So aware of the whole body, aware of the whole body sitting and breathing. And not just staying at the concept layer, the idea layer, the image layer, but aware of the body as a felt experience, as a dynamic field of sensation. And just noticing what is appearing in the domain of body and allowing all of this to be as it is. And similarly with the mind, noticing just what's happening in the domain of mind here and now in this moment, and allowing whatever you notice to be as it is. And tossing aside your ideas about how it's supposed to be, and just witnessing what is as it is, just right now. And relaxing in the musculature of the body, and tuning to the breath sensations. A very simple place to feel the breathing is at the nostrils. It's feeling that the touch of the air at the nostrils as the body naturally breathes in and out. And a slightly cooler sensation as you breathe in, often slightly warmer as you breathe out. And you don't even need to follow the breath into the body, just resting the attention here. So the attention is still, even as there's a flow of sensation. And the metaphor for this is like a carpenter sawing a piece of wood. You don't need to follow the saw with your attention, just letting the gaze rest where the blade meets the wood, and just having a steady attention here. So you can rest the attention at the nostrils, feeling the in and out breathing. For some of you, the breath may be more vivid, sensations more vivid in the chest or the belly. Just feeling the abdomen rising and falling, or the chest expanding and softening. Or it might feel more natural to be aware of the arc of the breath in the whole body. Wherever you feel the breathing, just receiving the waves of sensation, and with a relaxed but interested attention. And letting everything else that's happening in the mind and the body and the environment just go on in the background. So there's no tension that comes from trying to push away experience. Rather, there's a resting of the attention with the breathing. The breathing is like an anchor or a home base, even a refuge. And feeling the beginning, the middle, and the top of an in-breath. And aware through the beginning, the middle, and the bottom of the out-breath. And also staying awake and aware in the transitions between breaths. At the top of the in-breath and at the bottom of the out-breath. In this way of practicing, there's no such thing as a distraction. There are just other aspects of experience that arise and can be known. So when sounds arise in the environment, don't bother the sound, just let them happen in the background. When thoughts pass through the mind, let them move, let them come. And when you lose touch with the breathing and you're kind of taken over by some thought, some imagining or remembering or some narrative, then turn your attention to observe the images. Just watch them quietly. This is practice. This is awareness with thinking. Or if there's some dialogue or narrative, some messaging playing internally, then you can turn awareness to that and just listen. Thinking is an aspect of experience just like breathing, just like hearing. It can be included in awareness and is not in any way an obstacle. Since we're featuring, kind of emphasizing the concentrative element this week, after a few moments of watching the images or listening to the verbal thoughts and just finding the breath again, kind of reconnecting with the breathing body right here and now, without pushing the thoughts away. Just let them be in the background. Breathing in, aware with breathing in. And breathing out, aware with breathing out. The breathing, your own breathing, is always new and fresh in each moment. This breath has never happened before and will never happen again. And all of life is this way. And can you be present with this breath? Just for right now. Good, good morning. And I just want to say a few words today about the sitting practice. And this week, again, we've been emphasizing this having a primary anchor. I think this is an undeveloped aspect for so many, even people who've been practicing a lot, right? So this concentrative element, the samadhi element or samatha element, which is the unifying of your attention. And this, of course, as I've been saying, it allows the whole insight aspect of the practice, the seeing deeply into the nature of your own experience and also into the nature of your own awareness or consciousness much more clearly. So when we're attending to the breath sensations, and I was giving you that very simple location at the nostrils, sometimes that's the most tangible place for folks. And also, there's something about the attention not moving, not a lot of movement in the body, but something about resting the attention here can be a kind of a easy entry into the mind getting quite still, the attention getting quite still, because you're actually not moving the attention, it's just resting right here. But whether you're resting here or aware in the whole body, that moment-to-moment contact with the texture of experience, in each of these moments, you're not in the concept layer, in the story layer or the narrative layer, the way I would say we usually are. So that it may seem like, who cares about the breathing? But that moment-to-moment kind of direct contact with the sensory texture. It doesn't have to be the breathing, as I said. It could be hearing, can even be seeing or moving around in the body. But just that moment-to-moment direct contact, what it does is it lets this concept layer get quieter. The concept layer kind of thins out because, in a sense, you or your mental energy isn't fueling it in the same way. And that's what gives rise to a lot of the physiological benefits of the practice, like calm, like the nervous system quieting down. Also a sense of expansiveness when the concepts are like, it's kind of like being stuck in the clouds and we don't notice the vastness of the sky. So the sky is here all the time, even when the clouds are present. But there's something about the concept layer getting a little quieter that allows you to start to sense into the vastness of your own consciousness, your own awareness. Yeah. Again, which is here all the time. So we start to settle into that. And that's why this aspect is so foundational. I say people love meditation these days, but the practice part is always the part we could nurture more. And that's where all of the kind of fruition comes out of. It comes out of your own inquiry and engagement with these very simple practices. So again, this week we're emphasizing the concentration element, which isn't narrow concentration. That's a way we've been taught in our society. In school, when they say concentrate, we all grew up this way. It means like look tense. That's not very useful or sustainable mode of concentration, and not what we mean in the meditative practice. We mean the kind of gathering, a unifying of attention, which can actually, which is, so when you're aware of the breathing, you're not narrowly focusing, you're letting go into the breath, or as I said, riding along with the waves of sensation. Yeah, that allows for a concentration that's stable but open. So again, unified with the breathing, but also in walking around. Anything you're doing, when you're fully present in it, you're actually cultivating this aspect. And this is how the stability really starts to emerge within the mind stream. Yeah, it's the stability in presence. Right? And again, that's the foundation for all the rest of it. So I'm glad to be here with you, and I'm going to leave the chat open for a few minutes. I'm going to have to go in about 5 minutes, but I'll leave it open. And again, we're here daily to practice, right? It's not, on Sunday evenings, we have the group and we can have, dialogue then and talk about practice. But here we're just emphasizing this formal practice element with a few little pointers. All right. Take care, everyone.